Hey guys, now everybody in the XRP, most people in the cryptocurrency world probably know about this interview. I think Matty G was the first one to sort of make it known about this guy's one of the developers of Corda, Quincy Jones. Now, all due respect to Quincy, I'm going to put a different spin on things. Because, now I'm not anti any cryptocurrency coin. I think the community needs to stick together a bit more and, I mean, you're allowed to be a maximalist, but if it's sort of putting other coins down at the same time, then I don't know if you're doing the cryptocurrency community a good thing. I think everybody needs to stick together. One thing that Quincy said here, and most people took and ran with it, was the fact that Bitcoins can't expand, can't grow if you think about the energy required. Now, if Quincy here, if people were saying that the actual physical electricity energy required once the population fully gets into Bitcoin, now what I see here is that all other things being equal, that may be true. But we're not in a static anything. Everything is changing and changing fast. Okay? Now, what I'm about to talk about is, I have to be a bit discreet because this is one thing that you're not allowed to talk about, okay? I will type it up here. But I think what's coming is a quantum, there's quantum this, quantum that, and yeah, I agree. But maybe right now, in this instant, well, no, not even in this instant, because I think there's the wherewithal right now to make sure that Bitcoin is easily sustainable. Easy. In the flick of a thumb, the energy requirements for Bitcoin can be sustained and grow easily. How do I come to that conclusion? Because I don't mean in a derogatory way, but most people are thinking still with Newtonian physics, Einstein physics, where it's a closed system and nothing changes, etc. But there's the saying, if in doubt, zoom out. So let's zoom out. Now, has anybody heard of this guy? And this is one guy. And if you think that since Nikola Tesla, no one thereafter has done what he did, one thing he did was invent, I won't say it because I'll probably get my video thing, but it's very well known that Tesla invented, well, there we go. Okay. Tesla invented that, oh, when was he born? So, we'll just say that that's been around, that there, see that there? It's been around for about 100 years at least, okay? But he was shut down. Now, let's also jump to the big picture, and I don't want to get political about this, okay? This is no way political. But, when in doubt, zoom out. Let's go to a book on Amazon. This is one book on Amazon. Now, I'm not political, I'm just pointing things out here. Here's a book, it's called that. And this was written by a former CySA agent, Robert David Steele. He says there are 6 moves the press can and should make before E-Day. A couple of those moves is disclose this, or disclose these. Okay? Now, this is, I'm just stating just a couple of things, I mean, but, yeah. This is an don't forget guys, the guy who wrote this is an ex-CIA agent. If you don't think that he knows about these things, then I would do research about these things. But these 2 particular things have been around and are around right now, been around for a long time. Now, the creator of Bitcoin, I personally think Bitcoin, one way or the other, and I don't care if it's at the top or where it is, but Bitcoin, in one form or another, is going to be around for a long time. And I think that whoever invented Bitcoin must have known about this. Oops. Must have known about that, and probably knew about this, which they're linked. Because if you, as soon as you find out about these, and the fact that these are real, the next thing you have to ask yourself is, well, how did they get it? Anyway, I don't want to get too deep, and this is definitely not political, and I'm not in any way promote, I haven't got something that makes this. What I'm saying is, just to make people aware that things are changing, okay? I'll give you another example, excuse me. 30 years ago, I learnt a lot from a guy named Drunvalo Melchizedek. Now, Drunvalo said that using and he said this will happen in the future, if you use the geometric pattern called the flower of life, turn it into like a holographic 3D, 4D, 5D pattern, program that into a computer, the computer will be able to compute and store infinite data. Okay, that's just another one I can sort of roll off the tip of my tongue. So I just wanted to point out, people, that we're not in a static universe. Okay? If we're in a totally static universe, and yes, then Bitcoin wouldn't be able to expand and grow once mainstream gets fully into it. However, in the blink of an eye, this can be known and is known. Now, I've heard it from different sources that the amount of energy in one square cubic inch is enough to power a large city for whatever, 100 years or something. Okay, guys, so just to expand our minds a bit and be open, because I think if we are open to this, these other quantum, bigger picture ways of thinking, that's going to allow it to happen faster. Because our consciousness affects the reality. That's quantum. Now, like I say, I don't mean any disrespect to anybody involved in all this. And this is just my 2 cents, 2 satoshis about alternatives and what possibly could be.